Hey guys, welcome back to Crazytutorials, and in today's lesson we're gonna learn about variables. So let's get rolling. So first, let's start the project by clicking on the File and New Project and select the Windows Form application and then press OK. Alright, now the question comes, what is variable? Variable is something that stores data or information inside of it, and you can use it whenever you want from the script. Alright, so for this tutorial I'm going to need two buttons, which will be add and remove button. So there we go, and a level and a text box also. There you go, text box and a level. I'm going to change the text properties of the level to Apple, and also for the button 1 to add, and for the button 2 to remove. That's good. And now select the text box and go over to the name properties of it and change it to applebox_txt. Well, now that we're done, let's add some apples to the apple box. So double click on the add button and go over to the script, and now there is a public sub called button1_click. So that means whenever the user click on the button 1, it's gonna perform the task over here. So first let's find the text box. So apple box_txt dot text properties equals, well, we can say 1. Let's see what happens whenever click on add. It's displaying 1 to the text box. That's good. Now we are going to create a variable. So dim apple as integer equals 1. Alright, so dim means declare. You're declaring the variable, which is gonna be apple, the name of the variable, and the type gonna be an integer, and the value going to be 1. Alright, so we can just say the apple box_txt.text equals apple, because the value of the apple is 1. So it's gonna be the same if we click on the add button. Alright, so now that we know how it works, we're going to plus 1 to the apple. So in the text box it says the apple, value of the apple, which is 1, plus 1, which is gonna be 2, and whenever click on the add button it says 2. But if you keep clicking on the add button, it's not adding more, because it's only displaying on the text box, not changing the value for the variable also. Well, we need to change the variable also, value of the variable also. So apple plus 1. So now, as you can see, the apple, which is a variable, and the apple, the value of the apple, which is 1 plus 1. So apple value gonna be 2 after this. After one time the user click on the add button, it's gonna change to 2, and after this 3, 4, and so on and on. Alright, so now that's done, let's see how the code working. So let's go. Alright, let's say you have a variable called apple and a text box called text box. If you only change the value of the text box, it will only be displayed on the text box, because you haven't changed the value of the variable. So next time when user click on the add button, it will not change the value, it will remain the same, because you haven't changed the value of the variable. So if you want to change the value of the text box, you have to change the value of the variable also. So in that way, it will return back to the variable and it will change the value of the variable also. And next time when user click on the add button, more value will be displayed on the text box. now you know something about variables. Let's work with the remove button. Double click on the remove button, and as you can see, there is another private sub called button2_click, which means whenever the user click on the button2, it's gonna perform the task over here. And we're gonna just copy this applebox_txt.text. It's the same thing over to here, and we're gonna add a minus instead of plus because we're gonna remove the apple from the apple box. So let's see what happens now. Whenever the user click on the add, it's going to add the value of the apple box, and whenever the user click on the remove button, and it's going to remove the apple from the apple box. Simple as that. Alright, now that we can add or remove apple from the apple box, I want to do the same for orange also. So select all of them and copy and paste it beneath the apple. Now select the level of apple and go over to the text properties of it and change it to orange. Okay, now select the text box also and go over to the name property and change it to orange_txt. Sorry, orange_box_txt. Okay, now for the name, for the add, there is a name of button4, and for the remove, there is a button3. So double click on the add button, and it's gonna be same for the orange also. So I'm just going to copy the add section of the apple to orange section, and then I'm going to create another variable called orange, and it'll be an integer also, and the value is going to be 1. Alright, now that's done. It's gonna be the same as apple, because it's gonna also add oranges to the orange box, same as apple. So what we need to do first, we need to change the apple box txt to orange box txt, and the apple gonna be orange because we may create the orange variable. Alright, orange here also. Alright, cool. Now let's do it for the remove button also. So go over to remove button and double click on that, and then I'm going to copy the orange section add script and go over to here and paste it, and then just change to plus to minus because we can remove the oranges from the orange box. So let's play and see what happens. Alright, so if I add apple, we can, yes, it's working, and we can remove apple from the apple box also, and we can do the same for the orange, yes, adding and removing. Yeah, it's working. And that's it for this tutorial, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope you liked the video, and if you did, please drop a like, and if you have any questions or suggestions, please comment below, share with your friends and family members, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next episode.